Look at NOG, and it's one of the stocks that popped up on my scanner. As you can see, I'm on the 30-day, 1 hour chart, and this thing is pretty bullish. As you can see, you have this movement here to the upside, um, and I'm actually looking at this like right now. I want to catch a pullback like somewhere in this area in the 250s or low like 260s, probably like somewhere right up here like 260 area. So if this thing like comes down just like slightly, like two high 250s, low 260s, that would be pretty good, because it's just like a healthy move um, for this stock. As you can see, it had times where it popped up and pulled back, then popped up again a little bit, pulled back, then made like this huge, pop up, and it didn't really have much of a pullback here. But I would I would think there would be some kind of like continuation down this way somewhere, or just like to um, the low 60s area. That would bring it like somewhere up in here, and then like look for a continuation. But there is a possibility that this thing can just like fail from here, boom, and go down. So you really just want to you just really want to just be watching it to see exactly um, what it's gonna do, and like what type of move it's gonna make. Um, on the RSI, it's kind of like in this sideways, but like still like up movement a little bit. So it's still pretty healthy. Uh, so yeah, I would want to see it continue. As I said. All right, let's jump over to SCYX. SCYX. As you can see, this thing is like the same thing, man. This thing is just like shot up, bang. But I would look to see it pull back. I'm thinking like it's gonna pull back, like right where you see my alert at 164. I'm thinking it's gonna probably like pull back and like ride off that support level, because as you can see, like this candle right here, it was a previous resistance off this candle, and then it's a kind of a support right here off this candle, and then in that same general area, the wick of this candle is playing off that same area. So I can see it like come down a little bit. If it breaks this, I would just want to watch and see what it does. But if it can hold that, 160, mid 160, 164 level, and then just continue up this way, and break through that 178, it could be a real good stock to play, because it I mean in my to me, it still has a lot of potential in it. If you look down here on the RSI, it's kind of in this oversold. It's kind of like right below like the one that that 60 that mid 60s levels, like at 66 right now, which is decent. Oversold is going to be overbought is going to be at the like the 80, like at this point right here. But it looks like it broke through that back here, broke through the 80 and went up to the 90. So it still has some pretty good potential, in it, man. So I'm definitely going to be watching that one. All right, moving forward, we're going to look at two more. ECR was another good one I was looking at, and as you guys can see, it's like it has the same up move, man. It moved up like crazy, like, and it also had like all of these other spikes in it, man. Like on these different days, like let me see if I can see what day this was. On, I guess this was like May the 2nd. It had a huge spike. And that was about, looks like about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Actually, it had this huge spike, boom, and then it came down in the morning. That next day, it came down on the 3rd, and then almost no, okay, let's see, it spiked up again at like 7 in the morning, like pre-market spike up at 7 in the morning here, and then like immediately came back down, boom. And then let's see, on May the 7th, it began to make an up move again. It moved up, boom, and then it got rejected, came down. And then on May 8th, it made another move up, and this move was pretty. It was it was a pretty healthy move. It wasn't like this just like straight up like crazy two candle or one candle, you know, gap and then run and then instantly come down. It actually had, you know, candles build up, you know, on that spike, which is pretty healthy. But then, as you can see, it had a red candle that brought it right back down on the 9th. That like next day it came right back down, boom. So like when you trade these things, if you can get in at the right time and get in and uh and ride it up, you want to get out like immediately once you see like that. Okay, what was the percentage of the move on this one on that day spike? Let's see, it was like the spike was about a 17.07% spike, man. So like if it spikes like that, you want to get out. Like that's a huge spike. Usually like a 10% spike is pretty good, but like if you can get like a huge spike like 17%, like you want to definitely get out because that's pretty big. So as you can see, it had this pullback, boom, like almost immediately. Actually, it looks like it had like a gap up here, and then it came down immediately, boom. And I think that was like the next day. That was on the 10th. Yeah, that was the next day. But the thing is a really good stock. It's pretty consistent as far as it's spiking and stuff because it had this other spike here on the 16th, and it, you know, ran up like another. Let's see, that was the 15th, 16th. It started spiking on the 15th, but from the 16th, it spiked like 12-13%. And then it looks like it got up to almost 15% before it came down. And now we're at this level here. And so we have this support resistance. These support resistance levels, one at 161, and then as far as like the support, and then we have resistance level at 164. That's why I put these alerts in these certain places, because this thing you know, comes down and blows through that 161, then I guess I'll, you know, just continue to look at it and see how it goes. But I'm hoping that this thing, like, you know, hoping that this thing like just continues up and continues to push up and breaks out of this 174 level and continue to move up. I guess we'll see. I'm gonna jump on one more real quick. Yeah, I mean, these things been spiking pretty good lately. I'm gonna get into NIHD, which was another one that was spiking pretty big, and this thing actually had like this huge drop in it. Boom! It dropped like super huge. It dropped probably about, it dropped about 20, almost 30%, man. That's pretty wild. And if you go off this high here, it dropped like, I can't even see that right there. Let me redo this. It dropped about 50, almost 56%, almost 60% drop, which is crazy. So when these things drop like that, man, you can expect it to have like some sort of bounce, but you really want to be watching and waiting for that bounce. And then, like, if you use the RSI, you can kind of gauge that bounce. And then also your level twos help out as well. With TOS, with the Thinkorswim platform, you get the level twos here, and then you can just kind of like watch the bid and the ask on on a level twos, and it'll kind of give you an idea of when to take the trade, and when to exit. But yeah, man, again, this thing has a beautiful chart, man. Like, came down like almost 60%, 56%, and then it had a spike on the 21st. First, it actually had a spike today to where it spiked up about almost 15%, like 14.18%. It spiked up, and then it came almost right back down to where it started. The price is at 219 right now. So I would take this level here, and watch this level, this 219 level, and see if it holds. I would uh, really count on it coming back down actually to this 213 level if it does come down, because it is a support level. As you can see, you have this candle right here using it as support. This candle here using it as support, and then these candles kind of just like riding right above it, like holding right above that 213 level. And you have this candle here that's kind of playing off of it, and this one as well. This one as well was almost like a resistance, but it like actually closed above it. And then this one using it as a support level. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, guys, that's about it for this episode of Mike's trading journey of trading bullish chart patterns in 2018. Just hit a like, subscribe, so you guys get more content, get more stuff coming for you guys, man. All right, until next time, peace out. And please tell me this thing before you can record it.